Rifleman. Starring Chuck Connors.
There's North Fork, Benton. You straight?
Straight.
Just make it look good. Maybe you'll win a medal.
I don't want any medals, Schroeder. I just want money. And plenty of it.
Midnight tonight at the South Road.
Midnight at the South Road. I'll give your regards to Miller.
You do that.
I don't trust him.
Neither do I. That's why when we're finished with him, we're gonna kill him.
The boy stood on the burning deck, whence all but he had fled. The flame that lit the battle's wreck shone.
Having trouble memorizing, son?
Oh, no. It's just trying to get the right gestures with the right words. This lady, Miss Hemans, who wrote this, she sure was some writer. Wonder if I should be a writer.
I thought you wanted to be a stagecoach driver.
That was last week, before Miss Adams gave us this assignment on poetry.
Well, son, being a writer's a fine thing. But any profession you choose, the only way you can be a success at it is to work hard. Give it everything you've got.
Oh, I know.
Oh, come on. You can study that poem later. I've got to get Razor shot, and you can pick up those books Hattie ordered for you. Come on.
Yet beautiful and bright he stood, as born to rule the storm.
Mark?
Coming, a creature of heroic blood, proud though the childlike form.
Hey, Marshal, how's the prisoner?
Mean as ever, Hannaberry.
Huh?
Mean as ever.
Howdy, Lucas.
Oh, morning, Micah.
Mark?
Mark and I have got a few errands in town. When we're finished, why don't you come back to the ranch and have supper with us?
I wish I could. I've still got Miller on my hands.
Miller?
Carl Miller, the Kansas bank robber. They're extraditing him to Wichita tomorrow, and it can't be soon enough to suit me.
Why, you expecting trouble?
When I'm holding a man like Miller, I always expect trouble. Luckily, I don't always get it.
Well, maybe tomorrow then, Micah.
Maybe.
What's extraditing me?
Well, son, that's when they capture a criminal in one place and they take him back to the place where he committed the crime to put him on trial.
Whoa!
Midnight tonight on the South Road. You tell the marshal?
Didn't know if I could trust him.
I'll leave a trail plain enough for you to follow. Don't move in until Miller's got his hands on the money.
Right. See you later.
You wait out here, old buddy. You're too young to drink.
Mark? Son, I think I just saw Tom Benton.
Who's he?
Well, he was my captain in the Army. I told you about him. Look, you go get your books from Hattie. I'll be right back.
All right.
Who did he say that was?
Tom Benton, friend of my pa's. They did special work behind enemy lines during the war.
Bartender, come on, buddy boy, glass.
Anything in it, friend?
Thanks. I carry my own.
Sure you got enough in there?
Long trip.
All right, Benton, turn around.
Lucas!
That's not much of a welcome, Tom.
Lucas McCain! I can't believe it. What are you doing
I
here?
live here.
Well, that's wonderful. Hey, bartender, Another glass. It's reunion time.
Coffee. Better make it two, Sweeney.
Who is he?
He's my captain in the Army.
Lucas?
Don't you think you've had enough of that, Tom?
Now, don't reform me, Lucas. I'm happy.
Well, it's been a long time, Tom. Suppose you tell me why you're here.
Just passing through. Soldier of fortune. That's me. Hey, Luke. Luke, you remember Marilee Jean?
Marilee Jean, yeah. How is she? You still see her?
Yeah. She's same as ever. Hey, you remember that turkey shoot we entered in Denver?
Uh-huh.
Lucas, don't move.
What do you mean, don't move?
Stay right where you are. Now, you remember how you beat me? Well, I've improved some since then. I'll bet you that I can shoot the tops off of every bottle in that bar.
Oh, Tom,
No,
sit
put
down.
up your money, old boy.
Tom.
Now. How's that for your right hand?
What's the matter with you?
Well, you changed, Luke. Lost your sense of humor.
I'm not the one who's changed, Tom.
You plan to pay for that, mister?
Pay for what?
We'll settle with you later, Sweeney. Come on, we're gonna get out of here.
What's going on, Sweeney?
I guess he had one too many.
You're under arrest, mister.
Whatever you say, Marshal.
Move.
Micah, he's a friend of mine. I can vouch for him.
Friend of yours. Suppose we talk about it in my office. Come on.
Oh, Micah, there's no need for this. I can pay Sweeney for the damage.
Lucas, when a man is as drunk as your friend is, he ought to cool his heels in jail for everybody's sake.
Oh, Micah, he's not that drunk.
He's not that drunk, huh?
Young cowboy, and I know I've done wrong. Oh, beat the drum slowly and play the fife slowly. Play the death march as they've carried me along.
Mike. He's received every decoration the Army has to give. Now, I don't know what's happened to him the past few years, but it's obvious he needs help. I just can't leave him here.
The usual bond is $50. You willing to pay it to have him in your custody?
He's a friend, Micah.
$50.
$50. How's 25?
$50, and that's flat.
That's my store money.
All right. Only as long as he behaves himself. Here. If he starts shooting up the town again, you'll answer to me.
I appreciate what you're doing, Micah.
Thanks.
What's in the saddle? I used to go roaming. What's in the saddle?
Really loaded. All right, Benton. Your friend here is vouching for you with cash on the line.
No, I'm a no-good drunk, Marshal. I belong in jail.
That's not what Lucas says.
All right, Tom, get up.
Luke, why don't you go on home and I'll just sober up and...
Now, come on, get moving.
I'll see you later, my friend.
Let's go.
As I wandered down in Laredo one day.
Once we get a hot meal into you, you'll feel better, Tom.
Now, Luke,
Now, don't argue with me. We're going over to the hotel. You get washed up there.
Lucas, will you listen to me?
I don't know what's happened to you the past few years, but it's plain to see you need help.
The only thing I need is to get back in that jail.
Back in that jail. What's happened, Tom? You drinking? Yeah, listen.
You keep walking. For the past 2 years, I've been working for the federal government. Miller, that prisoner in there, robbed the stage carrying money from the government mint, and we haven't recovered it yet.
Why the drunk act?
With my help, his men intend to spring him tonight. I've been traveling with him for a week trying to get to Miller.
Why didn't you tell me about it before?
I didn't have the opportunity, and before I had a chance to talk to Miller, you bailed me out.
We're gonna have to figure a way to get you back in that jail.
That's right. There's only one way I know.
Know what you mean? Marshal, no.
I didn't want a chance telling him.
Well, I think we better tell him. You can trust him, and you're gonna need his help in your getaway.
All right, tell him. But not until I get back in that cell block with Miller.
All right. How did you say Marilee Jean was?
Fat. Too fat.
I made a mistake with you, Benton.
All right, break it up.
Micah.
I wish you'd make up your mind, Lucas. Come on.
What was that all about? Why were you and Mr. Benton fighting?
Now, there's some things you're gonna have to leave to my judgment to pick the right time and place to tell you, all right? Now, I'd like you to go home, son. It's gonna be dark soon. I'm gonna stay in town a while and get razor shod.
What?
Who's the big man?
Huh?
I said, who's the big man?
Oh, that's Luke McCain. He sure walloped that other fella, didn't he?
Yeah, he sure did.
Yeah, but it seems kind of funny, them fighting like that. Seems that he and the fellow that he whipped were once good friends. Luke's son said that they hadn't met since the war when they were doing some sort of secret work for the army.
That's so.
Yeah. Say, mister, look to you that maybe there's a storm blowing up around here?
Yeah, it gives every indication of that.
This time you're gonna stay put. No bonds, no friends, no nothing. Clear?
Clear.
You sober?
No, sir.
Well, no singing either.
Yes, sir. That thing just about rubbed my leg raw. But that's going to get us out of here, Mr. Miller.
Who sent you?
Schroeder and Morgan. We're supposed to meet them tonight at midnight on the South Road. Drop it. Drag him back and tie him up.
What do you want?
I want to talk to you about a friend. A mutual friend.
What do you mean, mutual?
Now, suppose you just stand easy, Mr. McCain. That way I won't make a mistake and shoot you down without reason. Do I make myself clear? Now, like I said, seems we have a mutual friend. Him a Benton? Tom Benton. Hang that out on the door. Now, you're in quite a predicament, Mr. McCain. Suppose you start talking.
Stupid hick town. They should have known they couldn't keep me. Nobody keeps Carl Miller locked up. I'll tell you this, friend. Come tomorrow, we're gonna bust this territory wide open. Nobody's gonna stop us. You wait.
How about the money from that Denver mint?
What about it?
Schroeder says the money's cached up in the hills someplace.
That's right, it is. You better take care of me, friend. Because I'm the only one that knows where it is.
That's what I'm here for, Mr. Miller.
I said, who is he?
I don't know him anymore, mister, and I don't want to.
I go by an old saying, McCain. Judge a man by his friends.
Well, that should answer you. Why are we wasting our breath, Schroeder? Let's finish him off. We gotta get Miller out of that jail.
Now, look, we've plenty of time. This town's still awake, and I don't believe in taking chances. You know, your silence about your friend Benton only confirms my suspicions. He didn't join with us just to get money for himself. It was an assignment to recover that money from the Denver Mint Hall. Am I right? All right. Put him away. Gag him. Gag that blacksmith, too. I'll keep till we're well on our way.
Evening, sweetie. How about a sandwich? A glass of beer?
Well, it's kind of soon to be eating right after dinner, isn't it, Micah?
Didn't have any dinner. The hotel kitchen closed down early.
Like some calf's brains? Fry 'em up for you in a jiffy.
No, just a slice of beef and a piece of bread will do me fine. And some beer. You, seen Lucas around the last few hours?
Oh, haven't seen him since this afternoon.
He was supposed to look in on me before he went back to the ranch, but I guess it'll wait. Real tasty. Hit the spot, sweetie. Keep serving food like that, you'll put the hotel right out of business.
Night, Micah.
Night.
Bartender, another round, if you please.
Marshal. Marshal, did my friend McCain give you any more trouble?
I haven't seen Lucas since you have, Benton. I guess he gave you up as a lost cause.
That was your chance. What were you waiting for?
It's too soon. We're supposed to meet them at midnight.
It's 10:15. Benton should have sprung him by now.
Doesn't look like he's going to. I was right about him. Just to be sure, we'll do it ourselves.
Like you said, that'll mean gunfire. Wake up the whole town.
A chance we'll just have to take. Come on, let's go. This is Benton's horse, isn't it?
Yeah.
Miller always liked the sorrel. He says they ride easier. Now that he won't be riding double, you better cinch it up. We'll be getting out of here fast.
What are you doing here? You're supposed to meet us at the South Road.
You sure you would have made it, Benton?
Of course. Why did you jump the gun?
Cut out the gabbing and get me out of here.
Before we go, Carl, I think there's something you ought to know.
All right. Turn around. Nice and easy.
Hold it, mister. I've got the marshal covered. If you want him alive, throw that rifle down and come in with your hands up. Now pick up those keys and unlock the cell. Come in here. Both of you.
Come on, get this cage open before the whole town comes down on us. Good luck. Lucas, you've got a lot of explaining to do.
Oh, you see, Mike, it's a long story. Here's... Oh.
That's a mighty fine dinner, Lucas.
I'm glad you liked it, Tom.
Now, Paul?
All right, son. Tom, Mark's been studying a poem. He'd like to recite it for you.
Fine.
Go ahead, son.
The boy stood on the burning deck, whence all but he had fled. The flames that lit the battle's wreck shone round him o'er the dead. Yet
beautiful and bright he stood, as born to rule the storm. A creature of heroic blood, a proud though childlike form.
Gee, you recite that real well. Guess I better do a little more studying.
Oh, you did real well, Mark. It just happens to be one of my favorite poems.
Well, Tom, tell me now that you've wrapped this case up, where do you go from here?
Well, I'll report back to the Denver office. I imagine they'll have another assignment for me.
Gee, you sure do travel a lot, don't you, Mr. Benton? I'm going to be a writer. Do writers travel?
Sure they do. Well, I know one writer that travels all over the world.
You do?
As a matter of fact, he's got the same name as you, Mark. Mark Twain.
Sure, Mark, you can travel as a writer if you want. As a matter of fact, I once knew a fellow who lived in St. Louis was a writer. Lived there all his life, wrote for 20 years, never left town once.
Really?
That's a fact.
What sort of a writer was he?
Well, he wrote the addresses on the labels down at the sauerkraut factory.